The Ohio State Buckeyes just got a massive gift. Let's talk about it. My name is Aaron with my buddy Paul. We are the Big Ten guys on the daily, pushing out Big Ten news, rumors, analysis, whatever the heck it is, Big Ten football. We're going to talk about it right here. So do me a favor, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on the daily as well, the like button. And as a Buckeye fan, you guys, not me, I'm a Michigan State fan, but you guys know I'm unbiased if you've watched any of this stuff. And we have some agreement, obviously, on the fact that we both hate U of M. It is what it is, but you don't have to live in the same state. But anyways, it's not great. It's not great. But anyways, the Buckeyes, dominant performance against the Badgers. You love to see it. Now, before we really dive into the episode, this is all I want to say about Wisconsin. Luke Fickell probably on his last leg. And that's tough to see. I honestly hoped he did well at Wisconsin. When the Big Ten is at its best, Wisconsin is usually somewhat relevant, or at least doing much better than they are right now. It's not good for Big Ten or college football when you see the start of a game at Camp Randall and there's a good section of the stands not full. It's not fun. It's not fun to watch. And so, again, we'll see what Wisconsin does moving forward. Honestly, even Michigan State, who the heck knows what they're going to do moving forward. Penn State, what the heck they're going to do moving forward. But there's a lot of teams in the Big Ten that have a lot of questions to ask themselves and see moving forward what they're going to do with their program. But we focus on the big game yesterday in Madison, Wisconsin, and specifically what is this big gift for Buckeye fans. And first and foremost, I'm going to tell you this. It was the offense. They told Julian, saying, hey, listen, we're going to let you open up and we're going to give you 42 attempts and saying you just do your thing. And he did. He did just that, just almost eclipsing 400 yards, totaling or averaging almost 10 yards, and then 4 touchdowns. 2 beautiful ones to Tate, and then 2 other ones tight end, and then Innis, which was beautiful. The one to Innis was in the corner, a back end zone crossing route. It was beautiful, rolling out. It was great. So again, I think after this game, it answers a lot of questions for the Buckeyes. And I know a lot of fans have said, listen, Aaron, the reason they're not just opening up their playbook is because, they a lot of these games for them have been just walks in the park. And yeah, of course, we see that. We have seen that. And I don't doubt it would be smart for the Buckeyes to not just open up the whole playbook and put that on film, 100%. And so, but it is nice to see that they can go out there in a quarterback like Julian, saying that we know has a ton of potential, that is very gifted, go out there and just absolutely ball out. 36 of 42 is very impressive. Made some great throws, and unfortunately, Jeremiah Smith didn't get into the end zone, but still 9 receptions for 97 yards, so he had the most receptions of the whole team. But multiple options. Julian saying passing it to multiple people, including C.J. Donaldson, those out of the backfield. So it looks good offensively for the Buckeyes moving forward. I personally think a lot of Buckeye fans needed to see, hey, let's see a little more life. Let's see a little more life from the Buckeyes, and I think they got it just there. Now, the rushing attack, I think a lot of people would say, well, it's not much to write home about. But again, the game plan very well could have been, and I could have missed this, but saying, open up, let's see what you got. And very well, he took advantage of that opportunity. So I think that gift moving forward, that, hey, this offense, though this defense is dominant, the best defense, I'm not going to say one of the best defenses, the best defense in college football is the Ohio State Buckeyes. And they showed that. They had 3 sacks, multiple tackles for losses. But offensively, it was good to see them put up some points. Now, there were still some, in my opinion, hiccups that I think need to be fixed down the road. But we will see moving forward. We jump into some other stats, and comment below your thoughts when it comes to this. Here we go. It's the first one right here. So first downs, 26. Total yards, almost 500. Holding Wisconsin to 144 is crazy. 49 passing yards, 95 rushing yards. What was hilarious is in the whole game you watch that, Wisconsin's literally, their biggest play was they were pinned up to their own goal line and they did a fake punt and they ended up getting it somehow, some way. I'm sure Ohio State was not happy about that because there was a missed tackle, should have been taken down, but literally that was their biggest play. That was it. That was it. And they were already down. They knew they were losing the game. And so we look at it, the perfect on turnovers, time of possession was great, which is not always necessarily an indicator of a win, but dominant performance from the Buckeyes. Now, what I would tell you is the biggest issue for the Buckeyes offensively is you have, let's see here, 1, 2, 3. So 3 drives that end in them going for a field goal. Sure, obviously they only, let's see here, they only punted once. But those 3 times they went for field goals and they missed one, those are opportunities, I feel like, when you play higher opponents, better opponents, you got to capitalize. You got to capitalize. Sure, a field goal is great, but this game could have been, 54-0. It could have been really, really bad. And so I think if there's anything to critique, I would say that would be the area. And then you might be saying, Aaron, you're a Michigan State fan. Why do you have any? Listen, I'm coming at it a non-biased approach. Our offense is, as the kids would say, cheeks. It's not good. And so that would be my only critique. Defensively, unreal. And offensively, for most drives, great. I think, again, the biggest thing is 17-0 at half. I think it could have been much more. The second quarter was not ideal for the Buckeyes. So that's my biggest thing. But besides that, I think a gift in seeing Julian Sayin ball out like we know that he can, and moving forward, you're probably gonna see that more. And I'm not going to tell you that there's any just easy wins moving forward. But again, Penn State just lost to Iowa. Purdue is not good. They lost to Northwestern. UCLA may offensively be the best offense they face moving forward until they make it to the Big Ten championship game, which, as we've talked about, is most likely going to be the Indiana Hoosiers. Talk to your kids about the Indiana Hoosiers being number 3 in the country. It blows my mind. They whooped on the Michigan State Spartans yesterday. I saw it coming. Shouldn't be surprised. But talk to your kids, because it's wild. It's wild. Last but not least, chances to make the playoffs right now. Ohio State in the lead, 95% chance, unless somehow, some way they literally fall off the map. I don't see that happening. As I said, the best defense in the league, elite quarterback who is, I think, opening up more, and that is being seen. They're the clear front runner, and I think the game of the year will be one of the best games of the year to watch, will be the Big Ten championship game against what should be Indiana and them, because Indiana right now is right behind Ohio State at 93%. Indiana, a high-flying offense that is fun to watch. Defensively, a lot of people look past them, but defensively, though their numbers aren't as good as Ohio State, they are very, very solid. And so again, just quickly looking at this schedule one more time. Sorry about this. My computer's freezing up on me. There we go. That is my fault. So here's the schedule one more time. As we jump into the schedule, again, Penn State, really all these games, 100%, even at Michigan, Ohio State will be favored. In Michigan, it's very possible they might not score, and I think that's where Ohio State, they might, if they're just feeling it, absolutely hammer them and drop like 45-0. I would love that. I would watch every single second of that game. It would be beautiful. But as I was saying before as well, here's some other. We're looking at the box score. We're looking at the team stats. As I was showing you, dominant performance from the Buckeyes. And here's the page where we have Ohio State, 95% chance to make the playoff, Indiana right behind them. So comment below from the game yesterday, what was one thing that you love to see moving forward, gave you a little more confidence? Was that Julian Sayin? Was that someone else? Would love to hear from you guys. Comment below. Buckeye Nation, you're great. We'll talk later. Michigan sucks. Peace.